Putin's artillery destroyed by Ukrainian attack with US howitzers. Russian forces suffered a devastating blow when a group of advanced artillery units was destroyed by a Ukrainian strategic attack using US-supplied howitzers. Kremlin forces suffered a heavy loss in an attack by the Ukrainian 81st Airborne Brigade. A group of Russian 2S-3 Akatsiya units was destroyed by a strategic attack by Ukrainian forces against Vladimir Putin's invaders. Video footage from Ukraine shows craters in the ground after the attack, as well as the remains of a cluster of Russian artillery vehicles. The Ukrainian military brigade responsible for the destruction effectively used the US-supplied M777 howitzers to attack the Kremlin military. The US has officially agreed to provide 108 M777 155mm howitzers to the Ukrainian defense, as well as 90 tactical vehicles to tow these weapons. In addition, the US has agreed to supply over 220,000 155mm artillery shells to be used by ground troops operating the howitzers. In several statements by the US Department of Defense in June, America has steadily increased the provision of howitzers as the artillery has proven to be suitable for the needs of Ukrainian defense. President Zelensky thanked US officials for providing the military aid, saying he was grateful for the American support package and assuring that advanced weapons like the howitzers were particularly important for our defense. By comparison, the Kremlin is reportedly struggling to adequately supply the invading forces on the front lines with artillery, as Russia has no international alliances. According to information from the conflict, Putin's forces have been equipped with increasingly outdated equipment as military supplies become scarcer. The 2S-3 Akatsiya units destroyed in the video are Soviet self-propelled guns that first entered service in the 1970s. The Kremlin is reportedly relying increasingly on obsolete Soviet weapons as the conflict continues, as Russian forces struggle to establish reliable supply routes from Moscow. The UK Ministry of Defence has warned that Russia's reliance on outdated weapons could lead to further casualties among Ukrainian civilians as missile strikes and other attacks become increasingly inaccurate in the absence of modern systems. At least 20 civilians were killed in an attack on Ukraine's Kremenchuk shopping center on Monday, Governor Dmytro Lunin confirmed. An intelligence report said there is a realistic possibility that the missile attack on the Kremenchuk shopping center on the 27th of June 2022 was intended to hit a nearby infrastructure target. Russia's lack of more modern precision weapons and the professional inadequacy of its target planners will most likely lead to further civilian casualties. Oryx, a Dutch open-source organization specializing in warfare analysis, has confirmed significant Russian losses of military equipment. Using video and photographic evidence from Ukraine, Oryx has determined that the Kremlin has lost 4,507 pieces of military equipment and vehicles since the outbreak of war. This includes 807 tanks, 459 armored fighting vehicles and 913 infantry fighting vehicles, as well as other equipment lost by Moscow. In comparison, according to the same data source, the Ukrainian military has lost only 1,197 pieces of equipment and vehicles, and has also been strengthened by foreign military aid.